I love saving money, you love saving money, we all love saving money, but that can be difficult to do at times with video games. Good news though that we are here with our monthly series where we look at eShop games that will not break the bank. If you are new to the channel, we do these every month, so be sure to subscribe down below and ring the notification bell. And now, hit the music, let's take a look. I reviewed Wingspan previously on the channel for Steam, but now that it's out on Switch, I couldn't pass up suggesting this beautiful digital tabletop adaptation again. Wingspan is based on the card game of the same name, and yeah, I mean, it's about birds. The crux of the game involves you drawing cards, and the goal is to have the most points at the end of an ever-descending series of actions as the game proceeds through its 4 rounds. It's pretty simple on the surface. Birds can be placed in 4 distinct habitats, and most birds will have a different power that triggers when you play it or when it's activated in-game. It's deeply strategic, where you need to both balance your current approach and think several moves ahead in order to ensure that you have the correct food to attract the bird you want, eggs in order to draw new birds, or have the powers in play you need that will trigger against the actions of your opponents. And while the gameplay is stellar, the thing that continuously gets me about this title is the gorgeous cards featuring the birds, the descriptions and calls of each bird, and the lush, gorgeous backdrops of each habitat that you'll encounter, which is all presented against one of the honestly most chill and relaxing soundtracks ever recorded. Wingspan on Switch carries over all the gameplay features from its PC counterpart, as well as introducing the always appreciated cross-play experience with users on Steam. It's a deceptively deep and strategic card game, and can be picked up right now on sale at $17.99, with its regular price being $19.99. It's really odd to describe a bullet hell vertical shooter like Danmaku Unlimited 3 as forgiving. I mean, because it's decidedly not. But honestly, it's a game that's just so smooth, and for some reason I just naturally fall into it that even though it's really flippin' hard, I just enjoy the hell out of it. Visually, the game is breathtaking, with huge neon bullet colors and enemies on screen and wave after wave after wave of attack, but it moves at a steady 60 frames per second and just does not slow down at any point, even with hundreds of bullets on screen and effects popping off at any given time. There's tons of weapons to unlock with over 20 combinations to choose from between the spread and the beam, as well as several different game modes to play. And couple that killer gameplay with a spectacular soundtrack of driving metal guitar and drums from the Japanese band Blankfield, the game just sounds incredible. It's properly hard, but quick thinking and usage of both your beam weapon and spread attacks will see you through. I seriously wish I was better at games like this because I have so much fun playing them. Danmaku 3 is a great pickup, and if you've got a need for a vertical shooter on the Switch, you can score this one for the low price of $9.99. As frustrating a game as Ghosts 'n Goblins was for the NES, and if you've seen my Capcom NES tier maker video, you know exactly how I feel about it, and if you haven't seen it, the card is up above. I cannot deny how great of a game Ghouls 'n Ghosts is for the SNES. And Cursed Castilla EX is a spiritual ancestor of Ghouls 'n Ghosts, and it's just so much fun to play. Featuring retro-inspired graphics and simple 2-button gameplay, I mean, seriously, you jump and you shoot. You don't get much better than that. Cursed Castilla is exactly the type of love letter that just makes me ecstatic to play a good independent game. And it doesn't take it easy on the player. The game is properly hard, with a steadily ratcheting up difficulty that'll keep you coming back for more and continuing long after you would have quit in other games. And like any good Ghouls 'n Ghosts inspired game, there's a treasure trove of unlockable weapons and assists in game that'll make traversing the cursed countryside of Tolomera a little bit easier. Fight your way through waves of basilisks, harpies, demons. You even get to fight a crazed Don Quixote-esque boss. And it doesn't just stop there. Not only do you get this incredible arcade game experience, but you also get a bestiary, a jukebox full of excellent music from the game, as well as a series of unlockable achievements. And you can get 4 different endings based on how your playthrough goes. At $13.99, Cursed Castilla is a wonderful throwback and a fantastically fun game. Rhythm games come in so many varieties, from rapping dogs to mad maestros to bongo drum playing gorillas, to this, a hardcore dungeon crawling game where your shovel is as important as your sword. Crypt the Necrodancer is the type of game you can pick up and play for 5 minutes, and you put it down and be good for a couple of days, or you pick it up and play for hours and still want to play more. There's just something insanely special about this game. Whether it's a think 5 moves ahead chess-like strategy as you position yourself on the beat to make sure you're not going to be attacked by the enemy, because, you know, they're also moving around the map positioning themselves on the beat, or the literal pile of unlockable characters, weapons, upgrades, and modes. The game is kind of the gift that keeps on giving. And this is even before we begin to cover the absolutely glorious music in the game. Featuring a varied and frankly stunning soundtrack, I gotta be honest, I have literally played this game just to listen to the music because it is that good. And while, yeah, the music is important to stay on rhythm, what's even more important is the fact that each zone has a particular song that will play, but that song will not repeat. So not only do you have to keep the rhythm going to keep your bonuses up and attack correctly, you also can't just wait around and hope things will be okay. You actively have a limited time to finish your work. It's a brilliant game, and something that is absolutely tailor-made for the Switch. It's so goddamn good. It's honestly not at all surprising that Brace Yourself Games was trusted as a third-party developer to bring forth Cadence of Hyrule. At $19.99, Crypt of the Necrodancer is a must-buy for anyone who owns a Switch. No joke, I can't wrap my head around how something this damn good can be this inexpensive. Blossom Tales is one of my wife's absolutely favorite games, and I honestly think it's the most Zelda-like game on the eShop. Yes, including the Zelda games. You play as Lily, a Knight of the Rose, and your quest is to save the Kingdom of Blossom from the clutches of the evil wizard. The game is simply gorgeous, a loving throwback to Link to the Past, featuring colorful sprites with a huge amount of detail, as well as a massive map that's there for you to explore. The writing's also top-notch, with witty banter and dialogue throughout, and that dialogue is also incredibly influential in the game. You see, the idea of Blossom Tales is that the story is being read by a grandfather to his grandchildren, and their questions and prompts will allow you to influence the outcome of the story and gameplay experiences based on your responses to the questions. It's an absolutely brilliant design choice, and it hooks you into the story effectively. The soundtrack is beautiful and properly epic as you'd expect for a Zelda-style game, with shifting music based on your location and a tremendous attention to detail with the sound effects in-game. At $14.99, Blossom Tales shouldn't be overlooked by anyone who fell in love with A Link to the Past or A Link Between Worlds. Alright, so there you have it, guys. 5 eShop games that will not break the bank. All of them can be had for under $25, and all of them are absolutely fantastic. In particular, I suggest you take a look at Wingspan and Blossom Tales this month, as both of them are just absolutely superlative, although you can't go wrong with any of the 5 games listed. Let me know in the comments down below what your favorite eShop game is that you can score for under $25, and I might review it next month, and I'll give you a shout out if I do. If you enjoyed today's video, please be sure to give it a thumbs up down below. Lets us know that you like what we're doing, and we'll keep making content like this. And if you haven't done so already, as I mentioned at the top of the show, please be sure to subscribe, and while you're there, ring the notification button. Until next time, guys, I have been Jay. I appreciate you being here. Be sure to play more games, stay square, and take care. We'll talk to you soon.